any human life can be interesting, even mine. Even though I have a hard time trying to remember what makes my life interesting, I do want to try my best to learn how to write clearly so that I can develop the discipline to write what I'm going to say beforehand, thinking willpower, which is to think more about what I'm going to say so that I know what words I want to say it with. And what else? Oh, yes, the way how I say my words and how I explain things that I see mentally, but I have to think about how to communicate it to people who can't read inside my head and doesn't have my memories. And I think the other thing that relates to how is in terms of storytelling, which how do I explain things that are the most clear and vivid. I remember a video by I forgot what Infinite Outlaw's new channel is. I think it's something about Osaka. I gotta remember it after I finish this vlog. Where she just talks about her life experience. I remember she talks about one time in her history class how. You see, that's the other thing I want to develop is actually remembering things and relaying them clearly. Because you see, what am I trying to say? Yeah, see, this is like me. I'm still learning. I'm still have getting in. Like, I don't know, I created my channel months ago. But it does go to show that you still need to do a lot of practice in order to lay your words coherently. And the reason I haven't been uploading my vlog in a couple of weeks now is because I was hoping to spend all this time working on my assessments, and I have made progress, but unfortunately not as much as I was hoping. I did get. What's the word? See, I'm always having the trouble with words. It's an expand. Oh yeah, I got a couple more months on my deadline for my assessment, so I still have extra time, but I think that's nothing if I don't go out and get the help that I actually need. So, anyway, I'm thinking what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to think of how can I lay my life with words. I think it comes from the examination of my life and thinking about what parts of it interesting. I think the parts of it that are most interesting is my self-realization, which I gotta remember to write out. And I think my current living experience from 2020, because that's the times that I can absolutely remember, because I've been recording vlogs around that time, and that helps jog my memory a little. So I think the biggest step would be, or tip, is just constant practice. You don't, like, of course, I'm still not as good as I want to be, but I can only get good if I constantly practice. My voice, yeah, I don't like my voice. I think it's nasally and not in the right kind of voice I like, but I think that can be melded over time and molded into a voice that I can tolerate hearing that's actually good for talking and explaining concepts in a way that is uniquely from my point of view. And I think what else I want to develop is saying the right words. Earlier in this vlog, I was stumbling off my words and trying to say things. I think it's just like the more I talk, the more that I'm finding the right words to say. So maybe I should be reading more fiction or be reading more dictionaries or reading stuff that has to do with the way words are used. I read a rhetoric book today, and it was talking about some words that the terms related to the techniques. Oh, no, see, that's the thing. I'm still struggling with that. I think it's just I meant to say just techniques, but unfortunately, it's kind of like the old-fashioned, so the words don't immediately stick in my brain, which I need to study over and keep saying them to make them stick. Which is notably what I lack in terms of willpower. It's like the willing just to go over it. That's what I notice when it comes to my anime analysis. I seem just to be happy to just watch an episode, maybe twice, and that's it. I don't think about going through the scenes and thinking about, okay, what it is in terms of this, why the writer do this. I don't ask myself these questions. And you see what I know is a bad habit is when I go over my scripts and record them, I get so nervous that I go so fast. And then it's hard for me to slow down because I need to remind myself to be patient with the way I express my words. And okay, let me think of another thing that I do struggle with my vlogs is figuring out a good endpoint. Star just usually ends her vlogs with just like that when the point is over. I think I need to start doing that more. Because I don't need any catchphrase. I can just end the vlog like this. When I think that everything I need to say is up. And I noticed that what I like about these type of vlogs is I try to think of a defined point, like a thesis, something that I just exclusively talk about and that's it. But I just seem to like ramble, going on from point to point. So I think it's just that I need to develop more discipline. So I can cut down on filler words like so and that. And I think I've just stumbled over my words and I can't think of what else to say. But anyway, this is not like it's a professional channel like Stars yet. It's more of just me to develop my speaking skills and to let an archive of my life so that I can think about, oh, what was it like back in 2020, which I'm sorry to a future version of me that I haven't been doing a good job of saying what it's like back in the days of late 2020. I'm just getting my assessments done, but it is what it is. So that's just life. And life is pretty happy. Well, if you don't count the assessments, but trust me, I hope by mid 2021 it's gonna be absolutely incredible.